The man was attending a comrade's funeral when he suddenly noticed a glint of light flashing in the grass outside the cemetery.
Get down!
The crowd instantly scattered in panic. Jack and his team moved toward the source of the gunfire, using the gravestones as cover, slowly closing in on the sniper's position. From the sound of the shots, Jack judged that there were at least 2 assassins hidden there. He decided to act as bait himself to create a clear shot for Negley, the best marksman on the team. Negley held his breath and locked onto the target. The assassin panicked and turned to run. Jack immediately gave chase, firing as he ran. By the time he reached the roadside, the assassin had already jumped into a BMW and sped off with a screech of tires. Fortunately, Officer Russo arrived in his Ford just in time. Jack jumped into the car, and the chase began on the highway. Seeing the assassin pulling farther away, Jack grabbed the steering wheel from Russo, stepped hard on the accelerator, swerved up onto the curb, then drifted around a corner and rammed into the rear of the assassin's car. Jack dragged the assassin out of the car. In the face of Jack's threat, the hitman begged desperately for his life. Jack knew the mastermind Langston would never pay the full fee up front, so he demanded to know the location of the post-job payment.
An abandoned building in some shitty neighborhood in Queens. Look, I can take you there, but I don't know any Langston.
And who hired you?
Some guy called Swan.
Jack froze. He couldn't believe that his brother-in-arms would betray him. To uncover the truth, Jack planted a bug on the assassin, sending him alone to the meeting spot. However, as soon as the assassin opened the door in front of him,
Your mom better hurry the fuck up, kid, or this is gonna go bad for both of you.
A woman with an injury to her hand is withdrawing money from a cash machine. She was shaking all over, and there were bruises on her face. Tom noticed that something was unusual about this woman. He looks at the car that's parked a little ways away. He immediately guessed the woman's situation.
Good carjacked, right?
My child is in the backseat.
Gun?
The woman tells Tom that her baby is in the car and that the robbers were armed. Tom told her to keep withdrawing money. Don't arouse the suspicion of the robbers.
Your mom better hurry the fuck up, kid, or this is gonna go bad for both of you.
Strong Tom easily overpowered the robber. The woman's child is safe and sound. With that out of the way, Tom continued to withdraw the money. But when he saw the receipt, his face turned very ugly. The numbers on it represent the distress signals Tom and his comrades agreed upon. It was to be used only in case of emergency. During Tom's absence, 2 of his comrades were brutally murdered. Tom realized that this time, the killer is approaching them for the safety of his comrades. Tom had to find out what happened, but all of Tom's movements were being watched.
She just met up with the big one.
there was a rule at the U.S. Officers Club. No new recruits were allowed to drink inside, but Jack brought a group of new soldiers in, drinking openly and occupying the best seats. A black officer confronted them, accusing Jack and the others of breaking the rules, and told them to get out or be thrown out. Jack responded,
I'm providing you an opening, because I promised my mother I'd give dumb guys like you a chance to walk.
The black officer said, "There are 12 of us, but only 9 of you." A loud crash rang out, and he was thrown out the window by Jack. In fact, they weren't new recruits at all. They were part of a newly formed Special Investigation Unit. To build unity and brotherhood, Jack had intentionally brought them here to stir up trouble. Through this fight, a powerful bond was formed between them. Later, this special unit solved countless cases. When they finally retired with honor, they returned to civilian life. But one day, Jack received word that their teammate Franz had been murdered. He immediately began investigating with his comrade, Negri. They discovered an encrypted hard drive and returned to their hotel to examine it. But the moment they opened the door, they found the room had been completely ransacked. Suddenly, Jack heard movement in the bedroom. He signaled to Negri, and together they stormed in and subdued the intruder. It was O'Donnell, another member of the special unit. He had rushed over after receiving Jack's message, but he wasn't the one who trashed the room. They decided to check the hard drive first. However, the drive was password protected. They had only 2 minutes to enter the correct code, or the data would self-destruct. They tried twice. Both times failed. Suddenly, O'Donnell had an idea. He typed in Jack's last name, and it worked. At that moment, Jack became even more determined to bring the culprit to justice. Inside the drive, they found a list of names, but couldn't decipher their meaning yet, so they decided to expand the team, calling on their former unit members for help. They arrived at Swan's house. After knocking for a long time with no response, Jack broke the lock. As soon as they entered, a foul stench hit them. After a quick search, they found a small dog, dead from dehydration. Jack knew that Swan would never forget to feed his dog. That could only mean one thing: something bad had happened to him.